What's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so Famous Dex, man. Now, Famous Dex, man, I don't even want to talk down on Famous Dex because, I mean, it could go that direction or seem like that because he's had some really serious things going on with him allegedly, right? Now, Famous Dex should be like a cautionary tale because I swear to you, I remember when Famous Dex was like super duper lit in the rap game. I'm talking back like 2016, 2017, when he used to always be over there hanging out with No Jumper and all those cats. You see him in the backyard parties getting down. You see him, man, all sorts of stuff, right? He had a lot of hit songs, a lot going on, man. But Famous Dex, man, his status in the rap game, much like a lot of the rappers who came out around that same time, has steadily gone down. Now, he's been in the media a lot, but it hasn't been for anything positive. Now, today, that cycle continues because Famous Dex allegedly got stuck up. Now, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this Famous Dex situation. Now, I can't preface this without talking about all of the things that led up to this in the last 3-4 months, right? So back in November, Famous Dex posted a video on social media and he didn't look too good, man. He looked like, man, maybe he might need some type of help or some type of assistance. And sometimes, you know, help can come from the strangest places. Because none other than rapper NLE Choppa jumped out the window on this and went to social media when everybody else was talking about it online and just commenting about it. He put out this post right here. Now, in this post, he said, "I never been the type to be in folks' business, but at 300, now at 300 is Famous Dex's record label, right?" And he continued. He said, "Y'all see Famous Dex obviously on drugs too heavy. Can y'all at least try surrounding that man around somebody with his best interests? Help dude out, or somebody who already is in his ear. Uplift dude. He needing it 100. Now, once NLE Choppa put that out, it started a wave, man. A lot of people started talking about Famous Dex, you know, how he's looking, man, his status, and just checking in on him and seeing what's up with him. And this led to Rich the Kid, you know, kind of answering that call. Rich the Kid, along with some other folks that didn't want to be named, they allegedly in December, now, December, I want to say it was like December, like a month later or a couple weeks later, they basically went, grabbed Famous Dex, and allegedly checked him into a rehab facility. Now, Famous Dex looked happy on his way to the plane and stuff, going to the rehab facility. He took a lot of pictures. Even Power 106 out in LA, they posted this post right here. Now, in this post, they said this. They said Famous Dex has reportedly checked into rehab after concerning images of the rapper have appeared online for the past few weeks. Rich the Kid helped see Dex off and showed his friends support. And then they had prayer emojis, and then wishing Dex all the best during this time. And then, you know, you see the pictures with Famous Dex is reportedly, you know, checked into rehab. Now, lately, Famous Dex has been on the up and up on his social media, right? I'm talking about most of the things that he posts seem pretty positive since he came back from rehab. It seemed like everybody was happy for him. And there was an overwhelming outpouring in hip-hop or the hip-hop community that, you know, were congratulating Famous Dex for finishing whatever program they said it was, right? There was an overwhelming amount of support because, to be real, we seen this situation with Famous Dex happen right before our eyes, you know? And that's why I say it's a cautionary tale because, you know, you could see him partying, having fun, and seeing the situation or whatever back in the days. And then you could see what led up to it in 2020. And then, you know, lately he's looked like he was doing a little bit better, right? Now, Famous Dex has been kind of quiet, and I'm assuming he's working on music and stuff like that. And, you know, he's really been trying to stay out of the media. But today, man, we got to bring some crazy news because Dex allegedly got robbed while he was in LA. Now, there are two different sources who are reporting this, and even more than two different sources, man. But the biggest one, or the first to jump out with the story, was TMZ. And in the TMZ report, they said this, man. They said, well, the heading says this. The headline says, Famous Dex got robbed at gunpoint, $50,000 watch plus cash. So that's a lot, man. It got my mind to thinking, like, does Famous Dex at this point really have a $50,000 watch and cash? But I mean, I don't know his his situation or what was going on. But then the story continues and it kind of brings to light why he had a $50,000 watch, right? It says, Famous Dex claims he was held up at gunpoint, telling cops robbers made off with his expensive timepiece and a fat stack of cash. Now, law enforcement sources, they told TMZ that Famous Dex told them that he borrowed a watch from a friend on Wednesday night, and the friend lived in San Fernando Valley, and he borrowed the watch and had a whole bunch of cash on him. And then the next day, Famous Dex was robbed. Now, Dex claims he was followed after leaving with the watch, and he's also saying that the report says that he told the cops that when he stopped his car, a few men with guns on him jumped out and put the guns on Famous Dex, asked for the watch, and asked for everything he got. So he gave him the watch and a whole bunch of cash. Now, Famous Dex is allegedly known for having a lot of cash on him. He's taken pictures in the past with bags of money and stuff like that. For any robbers, he would just be likely an easy lick. You know what I mean? And please remember, there was a story going on about people out in LA, just basically a robbery, burglary ring going on where cats is running up to people, and I guess you have to call it an armed robbery ring. They're running up to people and just taking their expensive watches, and taking their whatever they got. One guy, he was outside of a restaurant in Melrose, and two gunmen ran up on him. Now, allegedly, that was linked to another group of rappers. I did a whole, not even a series. I just did 2 videos on a situation about that. You could check the last one out about Baby Plug or whatnot. But yes, there definitely seems like there's some type of ring going on as far as like stealing people's expensive watches. But for them to be timing that exactly after Famous Dex got the watch from a friend that same night and then followed him right from the house, like how did they know he had the watch on him? It's just a lot of things that just don't add up for me. And it makes me question this story a little bit. Not question the fact that TMZ reported it or that he reported this to the police, because they usually, if they say somebody reported something to the police, it's usually spot on. They got sources everywhere, right? But Famous Dex's story seems a little odd to me. Now, Famous Dex must have been feeling some type of heat from this on social media. So he took to social media and said a few things. He said this. Dex said this. He said, shaking my head, this internet stuff so fake, a lame now. Now, I don't know what he means by that last part, but I understand him saying that the internet seems really fake. So maybe he's just upset at everybody reporting this, or maybe he's even upset at a lot of people trying to refute his claims of being robbed. But I don't know, whatever it is, it's got Famous Dex upset, and that was his response, right? Now, to be real, I'm hoping that Famous Dex stays on the clean, clear path that it seems like he might be on, and hopefully, I hope the best for him. Now, what do you guys think, man? Do you think that Famous Dex was robbed for a $50,000 watch and a whole bunch of cash? Or do you believe that maybe there might be more to this story than that's being told? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.